Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Tommy in Indiana. I'm your host, Tommy KM. In today's video, what I would like to talk to you guys a little bit about in my video today, I'd like to give you guys my top 5 tips and tricks for anybody that is planning to go around so many areas of your different highways from listening to the different radio communication to checking out the different radio stations. In this video, all I'd like to say is video 3 to Tommy's tips and tricks for summer vacations. So we talked about air travel, we talked about radio stations, we even talked about great ways to take the stay out of trouble. So, without further ado, let's get this video started. So the first tip is make sure your party has a call sign. I mean, make sure your party has a cell phone. Make sure your party, if they even get messed up, they can either use a cell phone, a place like that. They can go around to different areas. They can even pull out the right kind of areas whenever they are using it, which is really kind of interesting. So another area too to think about too is whenever you guys are doing your research and whenever you guys are going around physically doing your research, the biggest overall thing is to think about is to use those conquest hours. So, so, so whenever I say conquest hours, I mean, check out those for now hours do they got in their areas, okay? From number one, listening to those communication to number two, being overall in their pleasant all remodels in their Rio communities. They got areas that they can do bypass areas. They got really big confu- confusion for Rio possibilities. They got so many different areas that you guys can choose from, which is really kind of interesting for a lot of people. So for me, like my choice in that nature would be using their own different kinds of resources. Number one, picking out my favorite radio station. Number two, picking out the right area. Number three, using the possibilities in their areas to make sure their biggest rescuer vectors are up to date. Because that right there is so very important. And another thing too that is really important to think about is whenever you guys are pulling up to different radio stations, you guys are doing those picking out those right radio stations. You guys are automatically pulling up to the right incident. So for instance, the right incident might be your tires broke or your radio's not working or your your entitled area is not working. So, or like for instance, you're you you can't tell like what's going on because you don't even have a big overall opinion, which is really, this is really the reason why that I've been trying to say this video until this time right now. Because honestly, looking around at the different areas, like looking around at the different choices of areas that you guys got, the bestest things to think about is the Rio Skinner Wisconsin Bravo airspace is so crazy at so bigger times. Like, I kid you guys not. Like, I mean, I kid you guys not that those Rio Skinner feeds that sometimes I listen to, some of those get really kind of crazy sometimes. So the biggest overall thing to think about whenever listening to them is to make sure your area is being into the know of all natures. Of all natures means you guys know like what's going on. You guys know like what's going on in their areas. You guys know like what's going on from their standpoints, from their areas to their Rio metrics, their Rio inputs from like everywhere. So another thing too to think about also, which is really kind of cool, and this is another thing that myself I like more about Grand Theft Auto is Grand Theft Auto. You have like several different games you guys can play on there, which is really kind of interesting. You guys got like different areas you guys can play, like because the Xbox 360, if you guys get the Game Pass, which is on Microsoft, you guys can play your game on there, which is really cool. You guys can overall just be like picturing out those areas. But the biggest thing is, but the biggest thing is to think about in those areas is to honestly just be careful with ever a doubt. So that means whenever I say be careful with ever a doubt, that doesn't mean pulling in to like your all-time favorite area. Like your all-time favorite area like of choice is Ria Skinner frequency database. Well, I've been doing that for quite some time, and I have to tell you something. Using the Ria Skinner frequency database, I have listened to communications from all around the United States, from like Wisconsin to like Illinois to like Ohio, New York, anywhere in the United States. I have listened to their communication, which I think is so very cool. And that's the biggest overall thing that I myself honestly really do think that can do a really good job, which is really the bestest overall thing, which is really kind of interesting. Now, another thing to think about too is listening to their radio scanner frequencies at some places in the United States, kind of like the other day, I was listening to radio communication coming in from Los Angeles, California. And I kid you guys not, that communication was so busy at all. You guys cannot even get those right areas at those right times, which is really kind of the biggest overall thing to think about, which is really kind of interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, ding that notification bell, so you guys will not miss out on any videos. And thank you guys so very much for watching my videos, and have a great night. And you guys, let's try to get up to 500 subscribers so this guy can start making money on YouTube. All right, guys, have a great day, guys, in YouTube. I will see you guys back here tomorrow.